Hello. Today we're going to learn a little bit more about subjects and predicates, and we're going to get a little more complicated than we have been. So again, we know that a subject is defined as whom or what a sentence is about. It usually names a person, place, or thing, and we also know that a predicate starts with a verb with an action word, and it tells what the subject does. So today we're going to look at compound subjects and predicates. This means the sentence is a little more complicated, a little more of a fourth grade sentence instead of a second or third grade sentence. And it also means that we might have a little bit more complicated subject and a little bit more complicated predicate. So let's make sure we put our name at the top. And we're going to look at the directions for doing this sheet. When a sentence tells about two or more people or things, the sentence has a compound subject. So I'm going to circle this. Two or more people, right? And so that means that the sentence is going to be about not just a simple sentence about one person. There's going to be two or more people. When the sentence tells about two or more things that the subject does, then the sentence has a compound predicate. So I'm going to circle two or more things that the subject does. The word and is used to join compound subjects. So we're going to see the word and a bit. And is a conjunction, and it's going to be used to hook the two parts of the sentence together. It is also used to join compound predicates. So here's an example here of a compound subject. My friend and I. So there are two subjects, my friend and I. And right here we have a compound predicate. My dog will learn and obey. Right? We only have one subject here, my dog. But here's what the dog will do. The dog's learning how to do two things, right? So this would be our subject, and this would be our predicate. Took our dogs to an obedience class, right? Okay, let's do a few exercises together. We'll see how it goes. We're going to underline the compound subject in each sentence, okay? So this is probably going to be pretty easy. We don't have to find the predicate. We're just going to find the compound subject. So for starters, on sentence 1, we have William and I took our dog to an obedience class. So who is the sentence about? Well, it looks like it's about William and I, right? Sentence 2, most people and dogs made a lot of noise at first. So that looks like I'm seeing the and right there. So that looks like it's the compound subject is right here. Most people and dogs. My dog Stanley and my friend's dog Fritz were quiet. Well, here's my and, so I'm going to start out here with my dog Stanley and my friend's dog Fritz. That looks like our compound subject. Number 4, my friend and I were whispering. I'm seeing the and right here, so my friend and I were whispering. Then the instructor and a trained dog showed us some commands. So I'm going to look for the and. I have then the instructor and a trained dog showed us some commands. So that was pretty easy finding the subject. I think it's going to be a little bit trickier finding the predicate. So let's look and see. Let's look at our sample sentences and we'll see. This time we're going to circle the compound predicate in each sentence. Okay, so first, the instructor held up one finger and said sit. Here's my and. So I'm going to find the verb right here, which starts at held up. That's what the instructor did, one finger, and said sit. So that looks like my compound predicate. This is the subject right here, the instructor. All right, now this number 7, the dog is doing two things. The dog listened and sat. So the subject is the dog. Here's my predicate. Here's what the dog did. Listened and sat. All right. Then the instructor said, stay, and walked away. Here's my and. So I'm going to circle. Here's what the instructor did. Said stay and walked away. Right? So I have my compound predicate. Said stay and walked away. The dog listened and did not move. So again, the subject is the dog. Here's my compound predicate. Listened and did not move. Right? We'll do the last one together since it's only the second week of school. Normally, if we were in class, we do some of them and we let you do the rest. Sometimes you do them with a partner, but because you're at home by yourself, it's hard for you to work with a partner and it's hard for you to participate in class. So we're just going to do the first few times we do this, we're going to do them together. Finally, the instructor patted her pupil and said, good dog. Here's the and here's my action word, patted. And said is also my other action word. The instructor is the subject of the sentence. So I hope this helped you to understand compound subjects and predicates a little bit better by practicing a bit, looking for both the compound subject or the compound predicate.